when they, how people critique shit, and I thought, at least
they asked you if you listened to it.
No, I thought, well, did they? That's what I thought. I thought.
Oh, you were wondering if they were.
the questions they asked. Let me tell you what the questions they asked.
On which songs was it?
Slowly in the Rain, but I'm not sure if it was like the one with the guitar riff that's strong or the old country one. I can't remember which one. I put them both in there, but I didn't realize. I don't know which one they actually critiqued.
Huh.
Which they're both so similar. I don't know. One is the same as the other.
Well, I just made this 4 on the floor drums here.
Let me tell you what they said. So, what they liked most about the song, they said they like your melody here. It's very catchy. That's all they said. Now, critiquing it, they got a paragraph. I think you can improve the song by have more story to explain what has happened or a moment for the listener to visualize. Also, why is he walking slowly? And I thought, you haven't listened to the fucking song if you didn't figure out why he was walking slowly in the rain. It even says, she's the reason why I'm walking slowly in the rain. I thought, these motherfuckers.
Well, there you go.
You know what I mean? They read it once, or let's do it once, and then send it on out. But I thought, well, maybe they'll give me some good feedback. But then they said the hook could have a stronger setup. What do you think? What is that? What is their hook? Are they talking about?
Like the lines before usually the last lines of the verse. Whatever it is. I mean, that is a catchy riff, and it would be good to.
Seems like it's what do you say? You're playing it in F?
F sharp.
F sharp.
That's it. I think you could do that. Let me see with this other guitar.
What's the next What's the next chord that's a higher pitch than that? What would you play it in if you didn't play it in F sharp that went even higher?
G.
Try that. Let's see what it sounds like. Can you play it in G?
Well, then I'd have to redo the whole
I was just
track.
wanting to see if it was.
But no, that's the other version. This version is in C sharp.
Right. So that's what you're playing C sharp on this one, which that's the old country version, right?
Say it again.
The Cody Johnson version's in C sharp.
Yes.
That's the old country, and that makes sense. What you were going to add on top of it? What was you going to play it in?
No, I was just going to take all that guitar out
and do a new start.
Well, I'm changing the drums and the guitar to just make it, because it was just boom, crack, and this gives it a little more house beat, kind of a little more punch to it. Yes, and we talked about it. There is a whole shit ton of songs that's in C sharp that are hits, a bunch of them, and so I think the key is fine. It's just okay. All right. So let's start off with that. And I'm just going to duplicate this. And just go through here. Some of that stuff I thought was pretty cool. We'll turn this other amp on here.
Has a lot of juice left on it. Yeah, you see, the last time we got one of these signals was back here in that was September of 2024. That came right around the same price that we're sitting at right now, at around 60 cents, and the thing ripped all the way up there to $2.30. So I think this is a legit project. They're a liquidity provider for the base network, and again, you're seeing the signal here. So this one's still a solid hold. I continue to hold this one on and look for pullbacks on the micro time frames, like the 4-hour. You can see if we pulled back to like 50 and still be bullish. So this looks good still.
Well, that's what we get for trying to follow around AI. We should have just took the one music and made it but that's what happens to it. And I think that having versions of songs, that there's somebody else, a girl that I know that I've recorded one of my songs, recorded that I Know You Hear Me song that Engelbert did for one of the demos.
I think it's a great idea because it just opens up a few more people that might want to sing it.
Yeah.
Because that's two totally different styles.
Yeah.
One's old country,
and she's got a very similar scenario that this girl has written these songs, and she don't. It's the first time she's ever done it, but I'm gonna tell you, whatever program I don't know what she used, but it was a blues one with like B3, and this girl's a singer, and she said, "Tell them you want slide guitar and B3, and it to be blues." And that damn thing, man, it sounds I mean, it's pretty damn good. I mean, you can't really tell it's that it's AI, you know. But let me see if I can relocate these charts that were once here.
Who was that guy that used to tell me wrote all them Chris Stapleton songs? What's his name?
Tim James.
Tim James. Because I didn't remember his name, but still think you want to try to talk to him and see what he thinks about it.
Yeah, yeah. I think that we'll just take what we get out of this maybe and send it to him.
You just gonna send one version?
I think so, because he's just
it needs to be one or the other, don't it?
Well, plus it not having the rhymes and stuff. This guy's real business, man, and he's
all
just
about
no
rhymes
bullshit. Well, no, it's not all about rhymes, but it's rhyme. You know, most of them, and the ones that don't rhyme, it's like the star sings it, and he's just like AI. Everybody likes everything he does. You know what I mean? And he can get away with that. But as the writer of unknown, even with all the damn songs I've got, man, it's like I'm just now
getting. Say 80-90% of that song rhymes, though. I mean, you might have.
No, I'm talking about that first version, though. It had all those little one-piece lines and, you know, the different things. And to where, you know, I just think it would be better to do this.
Which one you think would be better suited for him, the old country or the new one?
No, probably the new one.
The new sound?
Yeah, I mean,
the upbeat
country.
Everybody likes the upbeat one, but I like
Zach Top is on his way back.
Oh man, I told you, didn't I? I was just saying that the other day, and then that song was damn near hit #1, and that's old country as it gets.
Yeah,
that's damn Mark Chestnut and Sammy Kershaw, and you know he's actually touring with Alan Jackson.
Yeah.
So I mean he's huge.
No, he's doing good.
Yeah, he's huge.
He is doing real good.
I'd love to have him sing it.
Well, you know what? I made some posts on something, and I felt kind of foolish after I did it. But I made some posts about, hey, I got some Hank Cochran songs I'd like you to hear.
Yeah.
I bet you'd like one of them. And of course, I got no response.
I doubt they even look at their own Facebook shit. They got somebody doing that for them.
I mean, they're not always. People aren't always replying, and
it's a million people.
I think. I mean, man, I had a girl that is the head of Jelly Roll's label and all that over there, man. She's like the head of the whole country. Like all the cities got promoted. She played fiddle on the gig at Opryland, and now she's like the head A&R person for BMG, like for the whole world.
So you got a connection there.
Well, and I saw her at CRS, and I go in there, and somehow we both look up, and we're right there at each other's face, and she gives me a big hug, and I said, remember I told you one day I was going to have these songs together, and I said, I got them together. Who can I send them to? And she gave me this girl's name from BMG.
Yeah.
And I called and talked to her, and she said, send it on. And they, you know, they just, you know, you got to be persistent and follow up with people.
Yeah.
And I take it as you know, sometimes just rejection, because it's all.
So what is BMG? That's not BMI. What's BMG?
No, BMG's like a collective label that like all the Jelly Roll and.
Oh yeah, it's a label.
Yeah, it's a label.
Yeah.
And it's like, but they got publishing and they got everything. And Katie Kirkover's her name, man. I mean, she was playing fiddle on the General Jackson 15 years ago. Now she's like over everybody. But she's pretty, real pretty, and just smart. Smart girl, man. You know, you don't get all that shit going on by not being smart. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of fresh can.
You know, I know you know. I think you know her. Her name is Essery Holmes.
Ethel?
Essery. E S S E S S E R E S S E R I.
I ain't real sure on that.
Thank you, Facebook friends.
ESS what?
I'll find her here. ESSERI.
Oh, Ezra.
Ezra, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
I didn't know to pronounce her name.
Yeah, she's a pretty girl.
I've been friends with her for years on Facebook. I sent her those songs. I know you know her a little bit, probably through Facebook and other things. I don't know if she's in the music business, but she thought it was pretty great.
What songs was that?
The ones that Michael sung, Mike. The two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just sent them to her.
Well, shoot,
she's in some kind of TV type business.
Yeah, she's a producer of something. Her and her boyfriend there is I think he does a lot of stuff for Sync and yeah, there's a lot of them.
Her being in Nashville, I figure she might have some connections.
She lives in Hendersonville.
Does she live here?
So I think that I've been working on my house, working on my room up there, and I'm just getting to the point that I can. I'm trying to rent these rooms out up here. I'm tired of working with people and I'm realizing that I got 22 more tapes of Hank Cochran in there, man, and it's like I need to just work for myself, and I thought, you know what? I'll just be my own investor and go, what's an easy way to do this? Well, it'll be a little sacrifice of space, but you know, I ain't got nobody coming over here right now anyway.
You ain't home. Are you home much anyway upstairs?
I'm home all the time. I mean, if I'm, between this room and that room, it's like.
Kind of live down here, don't you?
Well, I do, and I wake up and I'm not up there much. It's 3,800 square foot house for one man, and it's just, I get tired of everything. It's nice to have somebody go fishing with sometimes. Because you'd be surprised, man. I got all these, you're a musician, you got a boat, all these people, all right, man, and you call them and they won't call you back. And I'm like, at the end of the year, they're like, all right, we didn't go fishing. I said, yeah, because you didn't show up.
I went fishing in the middle of the day the other day on a Tuesday, and I thought, that's what you need to do. Just every once in a while, just
absolutely
go,
I am totally with you. All right. No, why ain't I got nothing coming out over here? Over here. 5. Yeah, we got that. Maybe. That's plum country right there. Bartley, 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 down. All right, revisiting again. Okay. Just trying to get a little pocket better on it. Let's see. What do you think?
I like it.
Sounds better, don't it?
You think the first? Let me listen. I think the licks might be a difference.
Say it again.
Shit, I need to do it. I said I think the licks are a little.
Okay. Yeah. I think that octave of how that was done, though, was pretty good. Is that good?
Son had a blowout.
Who did?
My son.
Yeah.
The Tesla.
Yeah. Sometimes there's these construction people have been leaving a lot of nails. The guy got a flat tire over at the play downtown.
Roofing is picking up, I guess.
What's that?
Yeah, I run all over shit all over the road the other day myself.
Yeah. See what? Oh. Okay. Nowhere to be, and don't still nowhere to be, still nowhere to be, and only myself to blame. The words I said, they came out the wrong way. So here I am walking. The words I walk slowly in the rain. The day I lost it all. Yeah, I don't know if it needs all that because you're talking about walking slowly in that lick. I don't know. You like that? Yeah. Huh?
So what's changed?
Yeah, I walk slowly in the rain.
I like the voice.
Huh?
I like it with just the voice mainly up right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I walk slowly in the rain. The day I lost it all. Nowhere to be.
Look up shelter insurance online and see what you're supposed to do.
Say it again? Oh, I'm sorry. In the rain, the day I lost it all. Nowhere to be. And only myself to blame. The words I said, they came out the wrong way. So here I am walking slowly in the rain. You might think in the rain, in the rain, and on. Where to be, and only myself to blame. The words I said, they came out the wrong way. So, and only myself to blame. The words I said, they came out the wrong way. So here I am walking slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little came out the wrong way. So here I am walking slowly. They came out the wrong. They came out the wrong way. So here I am walking. They came out the wrong way. So here I am walking slowly in the rain. You might think so here I am walking slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little. So here I am walking slowly in the rain. You might think so here I am walking slowly in the rain.
might think I'm a little crazy. So here I am walking slowly in the rain. You might think
It's out of tune.
I'm walking slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. So here I am walking slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. I am walking. I am walking slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. I am walking slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. For say it seems you don't know how good I am on this ground, Tennessee. So the tears will wash away. So So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. I'm drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. A little pain. Drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. Walking slowly in the rain. My heart is still with her. My soul is swimming round, lost in the deep blue sea. Walking slowly in the rain.
lost in the deep blue sea. Thoughts of her and me. I'm in over, get there just the same. She's the reason why I walk slowly in Tennessee. In the rain, in the rain, in the rain. My heart is still with her now. My soul is swimming round, lost in the deep blue sea. Thoughts of her and me. Moving in the rain. My heart is still with her now. My soul is swimming round, lost in the deep blue sea. Thoughts of her and me. I'm in over, get there just the same. She's the reason. In the rain. My heart is still with her now. My soul is swimming round, lost. Round, lost in the deep blue sea. Thoughts lost in the deep blue sea. Thoughts of her and me. I'm in over, get there just the same. She's the reason why I walk slowly. The same. She's the reason why. You might think get there just the same. She's the reason why I'm in over, get there just the same. She's the reason why I walk slowly in the rain. You might think I walk slowly in. She's the reason why I'm in over, get there just the same. She's the reason why her and me. I'm in over, get there just the same. She's the reason why in the deep blue sea. Thoughts of her and me. I'm in over, get there just the same. She's the reason why I walk slowly. She's the reason why I walk slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. Thoughts of her and me. I'm in over, get there just the same. She's the reason why I walk slowly in the rain. You might think I'm slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea. You don't know how much so the tears will wash away. No one can see my face, like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. They say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. They say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. You might think I place for everything, but she has no time for me. She has no time for me. You might think they say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. They say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. They say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know. Place for everything, but she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't. You might think but she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know. But she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. They say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. They say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. They say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know how good. They say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. You might think everything, but she has no time for me. But she has no time for me. You might, but she has no time for me. You might think For everything, but she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more. You might think. As he walks beside me slowly, the rain. They say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more. You might think I'm. You might think but she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea. You don't know how close I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. So I pray to God in the rain. So I pray to God for better weather as He walks beside me slowly in the rain. I walk slowly in the rain. The day I lost it all, nowhere to be, and only myself to blame. The word so the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. My heart breaks. My heart is still with her now. My soul is swimming round, lost in the deep blue sea. Thoughts of her and me. I'm in no hurry to get there just the same. She's the reason why I walk slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little, you might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea. You don't know how close I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, no one can see my face. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly. So the tears will wash away, no one can see my face. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly. They say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea. You don't know how close I am on this girl from Tennessee. So So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. So I pray to God for better weather as He walks beside me slowly in the rain. I walk slowly in the rain. The day I lost it all, nowhere to be. And only myself to blame. The words I said may have came out wrong. I walk slow.
sound familiar.
I don't know if I know the name of that song.
Might be her song. I don't know. I didn't recognize it.
Well, I mean, this town's definitely full of waiters that are all singers and bartenders.
Same way you got here, wasn't it? But you wasn't doing that. You just came to the music.
I mean, you know, life is tough after I'm doing all this because I'm not working for none of those people no more. Yeah. And it ain't because they don't like me. You know, Tim Watson ain't hardly. He's doing the Kid Rock tour now.
No gig lasts forever. It changes on it. So it's like
it does change to where I'm. Even though I've got all these credentials, I'm somewhat the same as you and every other Tom, Dick, and Harry out here that's trying to get in the music business.
Yeah.
I never forget I went to this jam night downtown, and it was because there was some really cool people playing in the band that I liked. And I'm sitting there with a table with this, like, I don't know, 20-year-old something. And we just start talking, and I realized that by me going there to play at this jam night, I'm signing up on this list with the 18-year-old guy over here that, you know what I mean? And it's like you got to be around your right people to be respected. If otherwise, you're just like every other non-solicited out of here, left next.
If you ain't made it, you're always starting at the beginning still, huh? If you haven't made it yet.
And that's why I started putting them songs out, man. I've taped 100 gigs, man. I got terabytes worth of gigs, and I never did anything with any of it. Some of that stuff was from a year ago. But I'm just going to put it out there. So, as a singer-songwriter, try to get myself, oh, wow, this guy writes a lot of songs, you know. I'd like to get into that some way or another. I believe there's a publisher out there that would love to have a piece of these songs, you know.
Yeah, especially with Hank Cochran in the middle of it.
But the publishers don't.
What all songs did he write?
Who? Hank?
Yeah.
And he wrote, "Make the World Go Away." Remember that one?
I don't know if I know that.
That was a chocolate commercial, and it was a hit a bunch.
Jingle type thing.
Well, no, it was a big song for Eddie Arnold and a bunch of those people in the 60s.
That's before my time.
Yeah, and he wrote "I Fall to Pieces" for Patsy Cline.
Oh yeah.
He wrote "The Chair" for George Strait. Miami, like several more. Oceanfront Property.
Oh really?
he
wrote some good ones.
He wrote all them songs.
Who sung that Oceanfront Property? Is that Mark Chestnut?
Which one?
Oceanfront Property.
George Strait.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
God, I don't know why I don't remember that. But he's got 50 songs, so I mean, it's kind of hard. Any number ones between 80s and 90s is probably his, wasn't it?
That was a good pipe, thank you.
And it is good, wasn't it?
How did you ride it up?
Hit the spot.
That's why I keep on still plugging. Keep on keeping on. I'm gonna get this track mixed up just right, and then we're gonna layer them vocals on it.
The words I said may have came out the wrong way. So here I am walking slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more faces
do the damn bass too, because it's not really matching that boom, boom, boom. Let me see if there's any options in here. Well, that's actually just what I was looking for.
I walked slowly in the rain the day I lost it all, nowhere to be, and only myself to blame. The words I said may have came out the wrong way. So here I am walking slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more to it. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more to it in the sea. But you don't know how.
Hey, what was that?
In the sea. But you don't know how good I am on this road from Tennessee. Good I am on this road from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. Whiskey, walking slowly. Slowly in the rain. Slowly in the rain. Walking slowly in the rain. Walking slowly in the rain. Walking slowly. Walking slowly in the rain. Walking slowly in the rain. My heart is still with her now. My soul is swimming round, lost in the deep place. Thoughts of her and me. I'm in over. Get there just the same. She's the reason why I walk slow. She's the reason why. Get there just the same. She's the reason why I walk slow. think I'm a little crazy. Think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea. But you don't know how much I care on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away. No one can see my face. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. I walk slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea. But you don't know how much I care on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away. Much I care on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away. No one can see my face. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. Slowly in the rain. They say there's a time. They say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea. But you don't know how much I care on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. So I pray to God for better weather as He walks beside me slowly in the rain. As He walks beside me slowly in the rain. In the rain.
Okay, I think that made it a little better. Straighten that bass out a little bit.
So the tears will wash away. No one can see so this one round. You don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away. No one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. They say there's a time and place for everything. The words I say They say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea. But you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. There's more fish in the sea. But you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away. No one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. They say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea. But you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. So I pray to God for better weather as He walks beside me slowly in the rain. I walk slowly in the rain. The day I lost it all, nowhere to be. And only myself to blame. The words I said, and only to blame. And only myself to blame. The words I said may have came out the wrong way. So here I am walking slowly in the rain. You might think and only myself to blame. The words I said may have came out the wrong way. So here I am walking slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea. I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in so the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. But I think I'm a little crazy. Think I'm a little crazy. I think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. My heart might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. so the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. My heart is still with her now. My soul is swimming round, lost in. My heart is with her now. My soul is swimming round. In the sea, 'cause you don't know how hooked I am. Tennessee, so the tears will wash away. No one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. They say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea. You don't know how close I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. So I pray to God for better weather as He walks beside me slowly in the rain. The rain. slowly. I walk slowly.
Get his tire changed, all right?
Yeah.
I walk slow. I walk. I walk slowly in the rain. The day I lost it all, with nowhere to be, and only myself to blame. The words I said may have came out the wrong way. So here I am walking slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. My heart is still with her now. My soul is swimming round, lost in the deep blue sea. Thoughts of her and me, I'm in no hurry. We'll get there just the same. She's the reason why I walk slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. They say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea. You don't know how close I am. But she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea. But you don't know how close I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. So I pray to God for better weather as He walks beside me slowly in the rain. slowly in the rain the day I lost it all, with nowhere to be, and only myself. The words I said may have came out the wrong way. So here I am walking slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. My heart is still with her now. My soul is swimming round, lost in the deep blue sea. My thoughts of her and me, I'm in no hurry. We'll get there just the same. She's the reason why I walk slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. They say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. So I pray to God for better weather as He walks beside me slowly in the rain. I walk slowly in the rain the day I lost it all, with nowhere to be. And in the rain the day I lost it all, with nowhere to be, and only myself to blame. The words I said may have came out the wrong way. So here I am walking slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. My heart God forbid the rain. I walked slowly in the rain the day I lost it all, with nowhere to be, and only myself to blame. The words I said may have came out the wrong way. So here I am walking slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. My heart is still with her now. My soul is swimming round, lost in the deep blue sea. Thoughts of her and me, I'm in no hurry, we'll get there just the same. She's the reason why I walk slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. They say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. So I pray to God for better weather as He walks beside me slowly in the rain.
I mean, I changed those riffs from maybe 4 places and changed the drums a little bit, and changed the bass to being a little more straight ahead, and a couple hours worth of hacking away, and that's what you got. New guitars, this is going to be called. Got a lot of titles on this song, man.
We got so many damn songs and writing.
A lot of titles on there.
I walked slowly in the rain the day I lost it all, nowhere to be, and only myself to blame. The words I said may have came out the wrong way. So here I am walking slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. My heart is still with her now. My soul is swimming round, lost in the deep blue sea. Thoughts of her and me. I'm in no hurry, we'll get there just the same. She's the reason why I walk slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. They say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. So I pray to God for better weather as He walks beside me slowly in the rain.
It sounds like on the old telephone. too.
Oh, did you forward it to me?
On your email.
I'm gonna put a little clip of that, like sound or something, tag you in it on Facebook, just the sound.
Like video.
Yeah, it was just a play of like the first verse,
Okay.
just like a sneak preview.
You want to do a video or from the file?
No, I've just done like a video of you playing. I already done it. I was videoing
Okay.
while the song played through.
That's fine.
That always helps.
I mean, did it sound good?
Yes, it sounds pretty good. Actually, it sounds real good, I think. I'll post it and you listen to it. I tagged you.
I walk slowly in the rain. The day I lost it all, nowhere to be, and only myself to blame. The words I said may have came out the wrong way. So here I am walking slowly.
It just seems cleaner and clearer. It sounds a lot better than what we had.
Well, I mean,
No doubt. All together, it sounds.
adding the just, and I took out a few little parts.
It cleaned it up real nice.
It cleaned it. There was a couple of them licks that on that chorus were just all over, and I just ducked it because the vocal came in right there, and there wasn't no room for no lick.
I think it's. I don't know if it can get much better. I mean, it sounds really good to me.
I mean,
and I'm a critic. You know how critiqued I am about stuff.
I mean, stuff like this, demos. I mean, people take a whole day to mix a song.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds really good for the time we have in it.
For what we're doing
We
here.
don't have a lot of time in it, realistically.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds really good for what we got in it. Especially to have somebody come in and not know the song.
Who might?
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's just natural for him.
I was slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's no fish in the sea. You don't know how close I am.
I mean, we could fake it, and you could go in there and sing it, and I could just videotape it through here. Nobody'd ever know the difference.
That's good to sing, dude.
Damn, Wayne,
I sent that. I sent that to SRA. I sent the song to SRA, both of them. She said, "Oh my God, you done so good." I said, "I didn't sing it." I said, "Thanks, but that wasn't me. That's Mike." She said, "Wow, that was great."
Yeah.
That's what she said. She said, "Wow." That was what she put back. Wow. Well, that's pretty good from a. She sees a lot of stuff, and she don't lie. She's not one of those.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I talk to her all the time. We're just Facebook friends. I've talked to her for years.
Really?
Just bullshit back and forth, for years. And
I remember when we first started working together. You asked me if I knew her, and
did I?
Friended.
Yeah, I just because I seen y'all were friends, and I thought, well, y'all might do business together or something.
Yeah.
What kind of shows does she produce? I never really asked her. She asked me about contractors and construction and shit like that all the time. You know, all the time asking
I mean,
me about my
I
house.
honestly,
I walked slowly in the rain the day I lost it all, with nowhere to be, and only myself to blame. The words I said may have came out the wrong way. So here I am walking slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. My heart is still with her now. My soul is swimming round, lost in the deep blue sea. Thoughts of her and me, I'm in no hurry. We'll get there just the same. She's the reason why I walk slowly in the rain. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. They say there's a time and place for everything, but she has no time for me. You might think I'm a little crazy. There's more fish in the sea, but you don't know how hooked I am on this girl from Tennessee. So the tears will wash away, and no one can see my pain. Like a drunk on whiskey, walking slowly in the rain. So I pray to God for better weather as He walks beside me slowly.
radio music, don't it?
I mean, all of that stuff is
It's fucking unreal.
amazing sounding.
If you can redo it to sound like that, that's the hardest part. But I think we've got it down pat.
Well, I mean, you know, if you wanted to, if you could dig a little deeper in the well and figure out how to get one of those that would produce all
the stems and everything.
Get stems,
and that may do it.
Stems, and you need the vocals separate.
This one, when you get to premium, it says right here, commercial license for global use. Download MP3, Wave, and MP4. Let's see. Unlimited cloud storage. Yeah, I mean, if you upgrade, you're going to be able to.
But does it say anything
Didn't
about?
say anything about no stems other than commercial license for global use. PDF download. I don't know what that means.
I would almost.
Yeah, stem splitter. There it was. It's moving on me. Let me get it back here.
I mean, I'm just
vocal remover and stem splitter on this one. Did you?
I'm just saying that if you did that, and you wanted to make a volume of songs,
take your vocals out, and then you take all the music and throw your vocals in it.
Well, just then you don't have to recut the drums. You don't have to, because the drums are always good. I'm just saying this, that I can't even remember what track I did it on, but I put 2 acoustic guitars, a B3, and a slide on it, and you couldn't tell that so much wasn't AI because I'm
come over top of it.
Well, because I'm playing real and I'm not making it all perfect. I'm playing. I've naturally messed things up a little. You know what I mean? But then it makes people's ear go, oh yeah, that's somebody playing, and so all of a sudden you could do a damn.
You just think about how, like you said, how much music could a man make in a week? If you say you got all your stuff that's already made,
you could do 10 songs a day.
Yeah, but yours has already got all the music to it. But if you're modernizing it, and let's say some of your older songs that are 20, 30 years old. I was listening to one of your songs, and it's something about putting a dime in a jukebox. Well, it's been a long time since you put a dime in a jukebox, but it's been a long time since there is even a jukebox. Some places still have them, but it ain't a dime.
No.
So there's some words you might have to change a little bit, or you might want to leave it that old, but it's got to be relatable.
You mean on my website?
Yeah, on your songs.
There's a book.
I was like, that's not timeless.
Do you like any of them songs?
Yeah, I did. That's what I was saying. I remembered.
Did you listen to that Honeydew song?
I don't know if I've listened to that one yet.
Man gotta do what a man gotta do.
No, I ain't heard that one.
If he wants to, honeydew.
No, I ain't heard that one yet. I listened to 2 or 3 of them all the way through, 3 or 4.
I mean,
the one you was singing the other night, I've listened to it.
And that's just a beat and guitar. I mean, the guy at Sony said that's what he wanted.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I do it that way, and he ghosts me. He's like, I don't know what I can do with this, Mark. After he
tells you how to do
after he told me that he wanted a partnership, and he was like, well, that sounds like a partnership with Sony, It's like, man, these fucking people, man, And, I mean, even when they tell you that you got an end, does not mean you have an end, and so it's tough, but I'm okay.
That's why people pretty much try to do their own thing and publish their own thing and try to do it all on their own. But you still got to have a label of some sort to push it, don't you?
Well, yeah, I mean, the big machines have got the big machines, and every once in a while there's an independent that pokes his head through.
Gets lucky and goes viral or something. They search them out, don't they? They see if they don't, somebody else is going to snag them. But
I'm going to say this, man. If you then the challenge would be, can I write enough good lyrics? Or I'm thinking about.
I can. I'm going to tell you what. I could write, me and you, if you want to sit down and write a song right now, you give me a theme, we'll have a fucking song written. I can write a song like that from top to bottom. And it's just that easy for me. Like I said, I've got shit wrote. I've got notebooks of shit wrote all over my house, hidden from myself.
I think if you just type them up and look at the rhyme schemes and make sure that they flow and rhyme. I got a couple friends that are writers that they just talk in rhyme, and their whole world, their whole life is a rhyme. You know what I mean? Every sentence coming out of their mouth has got this.
That's why I sent you that Eminem video that day where was talking about nothing rhymes with orange, but let me tell you what word then he tells you 20 words it does
Yeah.
in his way,
Yeah.
which is a little different than rap. Well, not rap.
Well,
but either way, it works the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be rain and gain.
Yeah. Not always.
Always. It can be so similar that
yeah.
the way you pronounce the word can make it rhyme with that other word.
Yeah.
And I noticed that a long time ago. And some people hear lyrics and some people hear all music. I'm more of a lyric person. Like I don't have the ear for the musical end, instruments and things like everybody else. But if I'm listening to music, I'm listening to lyrics. That's what impresses me. I'm like, I push all that shit aside. I want to hear the vocals. So that's why I like country, because country is more vocals than it is. Don't you think it's more vocal? I mean, it's music too. It's instruments, but it's more pronounced. I think rock. It's got lots of instruments. And,
yeah. Yeah, that Tim Montana, man.
He's a fucking rocker, dude. I didn't realize how heavy he was on some of his music.
Well, he's just went that way.
Yeah, he's went heavy.
And he's...
Was he country before that? More country?
I mean, I don't know. I think he always had an edge to him, but I think he's his long-haired rock and roll.
I don't know if I sent that video to you. That one, I was like, holy shit, this guy he really rocked shit out. I didn't realize how heavy his music was.
And he's got... he's another guy that's good friends with Billy Gibbons.
Yeah.
And, I've tried to...
I remember you having a little connections with him and Billy, but...
But he's on like Big Machine or something, or an affiliate of something.
Tim is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's...
But I don't think he's... I don't know what it is.
He don't do huge gigs, unless he's maybe with Billy Gibbons, but his own gigs are kind of smaller. Like, maybe not even as big as Ryman. Like, you see some of his things are...
Yeah, they're clubs.
Kind of clubs and stuff. So, you would think he's still accessible. Because he's not such...
I got his phone number.
He's not so mainstream that he's not so far that you can't talk to him, I don't think. And I know you've talked to him a little bit about grills and stuff one time.
Yeah. And I've took videos of him at CRS and gave them to him.
I wonder, when... Not a lot of people know who Tim Montana is.
Yeah, he's not mainstream.
Not mainstream. And he may be sooner or later.
Just soon, some people, know him.
Well, because that's the type of music you listen to. But like Metallica, for instance, those people didn't listen to Metallica. They didn't listen to Megadeth.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Metallica took it mainstream to where now everybody likes it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just different. I guess, my girlfriend, we're going to Metallica Saturday, their concert. Like,
where at?
Up here at Nissan Stadium.
Really?
Yeah.
Who else is playing?
I don't know. I can look, but I have no idea.
Metallica at the football stadium?
I don't know who's opening for them.
Good God.
And that'd be cool.
Can they sell 50,000 tickets out in that sumbitch?
I guarantee it, man. You don't know how many fucking metalheads there are. There are metalheads here. I mean, especially Kentucky. I don't know about here as much as Kentucky, but there's not a person that my friends and my age, guarantee you they could sing probably 5 of the 10 hits they got, or 20, or however many hits they got. They got a lot. But yeah, that Metallica was huge for us as kids. When I was growing up. Still, I mean, there's still metal heads for Metallica heads. Let me see what they... May 1st, Nashville. They're playing the 1st.
May 3rd?
No, they're playing the 1st and the 3rd. Oh, Limp Bizkit and Ice Nine Kills. I don't know who that is. But I didn't know Limp Bizkit was going to be there. It's going to be awesome.
On both days?
Just Saturday. Pantera and Suicidal Tendencies. And Limp Bizkit's there Thursday. That's tomorrow night. Yeah, I didn't even realize they was playing 3 nights. Of course, I'd rather go on Saturday. No, they're playing just Thursday and Saturday. So that's tomorrow night. Pantera, you know who Pantera is.
It kind of seems like it's a little weird skipping a day in between.
It is, taking a break.
They have to
somebody else playing.
Pay to leave all that shit set up. Man, that'd be a tough one. I got a session in the morning, but I got to gig on Saturday with some people I've never played with.
I've never heard of Ice Nine Kills. That'd probably be opening and then Limp Bizkit. I didn't realize I was going to get to see Limp Bizkit, man. And he's old now. Fred Durst. You remember that music?
Yeah, I remember the name of it.
That's just icing on the cake. What do you think? Think it's good enough to send to people?
What's that?
It's good enough to pitch now, I think, don't you? Which it was before. I think it's pretty solid before. What do you think about the other edition? Do you think it's pretty solid?
I mean, I like the other one. I like the chords, and if it was all said and done, and both of them were sitting in front of me, I might steal some chords from one or the other and put it together. But it's
back and forth.
You know, I mean, it sounds good because it's AI, but as far as like, you know, the rhyming and the phrasing and all the, you know, having the verses and, you know, it seemed like the sections were all like on the chart there was a lot of different.
I mean, we done two versions. I'm just talking about the two versions we done.
Right. I'm talking about the first version,
which is the more like the AI one. You're calling it the AI.
Yeah.
You think you like the second version better than the first one?
Well, just because it's structured more, and if you know, like if you play it for a hit songwriter or somebody that's you know, they're going to see past all and hear past all that beautifulness.
Yeah.
And they're going to go, now you got any rhymes in this verse at all? You know what I mean? And not to say that it's got to have rhymes.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. They're not changed too drastically. They've changed a little bit. Like there's a few different lines that we switched around in there, I think.
Right. And made it an 8-line verse on both verses.
They're definitely different songs in a sense because the chorus and the verses are a little different. But similar but different, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm leaning more toward the second version too, as far as easier listening.
Well, and you know that they're in different keys, and that you know has a effect on the sound. You know, some keys sound better than others for some whatever reason. But yeah, I mean,
got some family home. Sounds like
it's what?
You got somebody home.
Oh, well, it might be.
Children, grandchildren.
Yeah.
Well, I'm anxious to see what the guy you want to send it to, what he says. I want to hear the feedback.
Well,
if he'll accept.
Where's the?
You need the lyrics.
Was there ever a final lyric made on it?
I'm pretty sure. Shit. You might have a copy over here to go by. The one he sung off of, which I don't know if you still have them or not. Did you keep a file folder of it? You see it?
Yeah, that.
This might help you find the right one. It ain't the AI redo, it's the Cody Johnson on there. There's 2 pages, these 2. So if you
this is the one he sang from, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying from. So that should be the one. If you find it on your computer, match.
I'm probably gonna just text him maybe the song, and not send him the lyrics, and just to see if what his initial response is. And go
but like
from
you
there.
said, first 30 seconds, he's gonna say sucks.
Well, I mean, I've had more.
I think you got to listen to this song all the way through.
I've had a couple people that had said, "Yeah, I didn't have no luck working with him." You know,
Tough. He's a tough. You know what though?
I mean,
you got to respect somebody that tough because they know they're not wasting their damn time.
Man, and the only reason that he gives me any time is because he likes my guitar playing, and I play in his band. And I've done, I filmed him and a couple of these big riders at the Ryman one night. Man, I had 4 cameras set up at the Ryman Auditorium, like by myself, and they're doing it. And made him some killer promos, and then he wanted to do corporate stuff like speaking, and so I made him a corporate video on a green screen, put him in like it's all online, but I mean, we've got that. If I was just Joe Bubba Cornbread Ryder and I hadn't worked with him, he would be like, wouldn't even reply.
Well, like I said, it's about time to try to start using some of your connections to get you somewhere in it.
Well, I mean, he's
still tough in it.
He had some discord with it, and like, I need to have another hit so I can get out. Kind of like, what's the point?
He's made his money.
Well, I mean, he had the hits back when people had albums.
And he made money and bought CDs and shit.
And he had a George Strait #1. And so, I mean, yeah. I couldn't even imagine being that person that had a song that made $1 million and then coming back and going, well, you only make 5 or 10 grand if you're lucky. I'd be like, what? Let me get the fuck out of this business.
Well, now, like you say, if it ain't a #1, you ain't getting that 1 or 2 million. But a #10 might be paid pretty good back then.
You could pay 300 to 600 grand
because the album sales and everything is royalties, basically, right?
There is no album sales.
Well, royalties, you don't get royalties off of album sales then?
Yeah, you get mechanical. There's performance, and then there's mechanicals like T-shirts, CDs, lyric sheets. It's 2 sides of the business. You got the creative side, and then you got the business side that's hard copies, vinyls, CDs. And then you got the performance of radio play.
They still sell CDs. Of course, it's come back around to where people are actually playing albums again because they like that old sound on the record player. That's very limited. But as far as CDs go, can you even buy a CD player anymore? Like, is it even, if you don't have one, you can buy them, I guess, but people don't.
You can get them as an add-on to like, none of these computers got CDs in them.
Yeah.
The studio one does, because it's old.
It's old, but like, I was upset in 2022 or 23. I couldn't get a CD. I was like, I went to get my CD out, put it in my truck, and I was like, looking around, I was like, where the fuck is a CD player? And it's like, they don't fucking make CD players in vehicles no more.
No.
I was like, why would? I mean, I thought that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen.
You can get them. You can get them in custom ordered in.
Yeah, you could put one in it too. And I was just thinking
that killed the whole industry right there.
Vehicles, no CD player in a vehicle. I thought, well, it kind of makes sense because people just plug their fucking phone in now and listen to their phone and they ain't paying for a CD anyway. But I bought 3 or 4 different Morgan Wallen CDs back 2 or 3, 4 years ago, and just because I liked the music, and I thought, and I got that truck and I couldn't even play the fucking CDs in it. I thought this was useless.
Yeah, that's it.
I guess they still got CD sales of some sort. I still see people selling their CDs, but I'm just thinking, who's listening to the CDs anymore? It's just
old people.
I guess they still got one in old cars.
Well, I mean, my cars have got them in there because they're 10 years old.
Do you listen to CDs still in there?
I mean, sometimes
Do you?
I listen to my own stuff that I record in here or something if I want to like hear what the mix sounds like, you know.
Yeah.
And
I just wondered what is even the purpose of making an actual CD anymore? Just for to have something physical to have and hold and say I'm gonna take this home with me. But
well, when you copy wrote those songs, did you just digitally upload it?
yeah,
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 used to you'd mail a CD in with all that shit on there, but they probably
yeah, it's just digital now. You just upload the MP3,
yeah.
MP4, whatever it is. What's the difference between an MP3 and MP4? It's got a more.
MP4 is like what video files are, and I guess you can make an MP4 audio, but I mean, if that thing will do them stems, you know, I mean, I would just say you just got to really remember on how you put the song in AI. You know, you need to put all the make sure everything.
If you list it, if you here's how I give you some tips. If you ever want to do AI, if you will list it as what the verse is, what the chorus
Right.
is, like you really want to list it up top. That's what gave it such a better. Like it, the first time I done it was shit. That's why the first version was so horrible. After I was like, damn, I just plugged it in there. I need to list where I actually want them to go, and then it won't jumble it up for you. It'll play it like right out.
You write the word verse and then
Yeah.
space and then
And actually, some of them will have like you can click on. It'll have verse, chorus, bridge, intro, outro, and you can click it, and it'll post it up there in front of it. Then you type it in, and then you post it that way because it'll have like hyphen or parentheses around it or whatever.
huh.
That's the one that I use to do that. And I noticed once I started doing that, the songs they played out just right. Before that, it's liable to mix up a damn verse and this verse and put them together like
Yeah.
that one was doing,
Right.
and just however it'll just make a song like it wants to.
Well, because it's modeling after the hits, it just makes it sound good.
Yeah, it's like we're just mixing.
And it's a little disbelief in that because it's like, you know, like the guy said, well, this doesn't rhyme. Well, but listen to it. You know, it's like it shit sounds good.
Well,
you know?
they'll stretch that word out long enough to
Exactly.
make it work. Well, I guess we're good to go, aren't we?
I reckon. I reckon so.
Send me a bill. I know we're racking up a little money.
Okay. I appreciate it, man.
We'll do some more. I enjoy it. Like I said, I wouldn't mind. We'll collaborate on some stuff. Just take an evening and just try to write a song.
Yeah.
Well, like use that and say, okay, this artist is looking for whatever music. Let's write a song for that artist. That way, we actually know where we're pitching it. We're not just trying to throw it out.
Well, and then when you tell the AI to model it after something, you know,
Yeah.
it you know, make it like
make
that.
it that sound. But like hell, you know, I guess you could. I don't think I would do it, but you can get it to write a whole fucking song for you. But to me, that's just it's about like poaching a deer out of season.
Right.
I'm not about that. I'm not a cheater. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm cheating anyway, but I don't have any musical skills, so I had to cheat. But to have them to write the song and then try to pitch that out, I couldn't feel good about that. But you know, people are doing it. I mean, you can use it. It'll help you write a lyric here or there, maybe fill in a spot where you get blanked. I understand that, but to write the whole song and then try to claim it, I wouldn't feel good about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, and also if you got a bunch of these words that you're talking about that you've worked on, some of those,
got a lot of those phrases.
some of those
hooks.
you might could bring in, and we could format it and work on it and make sure it rhymes.
Well, you can take one hook or one verse or one chorus and make a song out of it and build it around something that's one good catchy verse.
Right.
And build from there. That's the way I've always done.
A good chorus is always a good start, you know, or just a hook, you know, good hook or something.
I've watched some of those guys, and I've never been with songwriters and stuff and see how they do it, but I can imagine that you would get you a board or whatever. First, you got to start with, if you're starting from scratch, you have to start with a theme, obviously, I think, and then brainstorm from there, right? Or catchy lines, catchy.
I mean, I've been in rooms with people or like done writers' nights, and they talk about how they wrote it, and somebody came in with an idea, and somebody threw a line here, and they just bounced it off each other, and it was over. You know, I mean, Dave Gibson was talking about, he wrote that song that Alabama had, "In the Corner of My Mind There's a Jukebox." And Teddy Gentry, the bass player for Alabama, was supposed to write with him, but his car broke down. And he came in with uh, the idea, "In the corner of my mind there's a jukebox." And his co-writer said a line after it and did this. And well, Teddy was getting his car worked on. 2 hours later, Teddy shows up and they're finished this song.
He wasn't even part of it.
And he walks in and goes and hears it and says, "That's going to be our next single." And he said, "Oh, that's way too country for Alabama." And he said, "No, that's going to be our next single." And he said, I'm glad y'all wrote it."
And they went from Southern rock to country. It's like that.
Well, I mean, it was one of the more country songs they had, but
they were more Southern rock though altogether, but country too.
But Dave told me that song, I mean, he wrote "Ships That Don't Come In" and all these big hits, but they never paid after the fact. And he said that the Alabama songs, he was still getting good checks because they were out touring and selling a lot of merchandise and selling vinyls and selling all kind of shit that had his songs on it. And he was still making a decent chunk off of Alabama. And go figure.
Yeah.
You know.
Probably still is doing pretty good on them.
Well, I mean,
don't ever hear their music on the radio much anymore.
No, I mean, on some of the classicer stations,
sure
they play a lot of it, but
yeah, I haven't heard any. I don't think I got the right.
No, they play the same 18 songs over and over on these popular stations, and that's because they put all these artists in this matrix. How many, iTunes followers? How many Spotify listeners?
By how popular they are.
How many this? How many that? How many ads do you have at radio? How many gigs do you have coming up? How many this do you have? And there's like 36 things that they put these people in, and they come up with some average number of viewer listenership. Like this guy reach is, without you, his own personal reach is this many viewers and all that, and that's the data that
they want to draw people into their station.
That's the data that they take to sell Coca-Cola and all these people the big money. Hey, look, man, this guy's got 64 million impressions this week. He had an ad in Billboard magazine. He was on TV this week. He had 190 million. You know what I mean? And that's what they basically sell. And that's why that nobody can get into those top stations, because nobody's got that kind of matrix. But you get these smaller stations that are, say, 100,000 watts, but they still go over a couple, 2 or 3 states, but they're not like, huge. And a lot of, I remember when Colt Ford was, and he did a Kid Rock cruise with us, and I talked to him. He's just an old boy, overweight. But he about had a heart attack and died or something. I think.
He was sort of like Twanging Round, that group that Max Stevens was playing with. He's more like I call it's country rap.
Yeah.
I call it crap.
Yeah.
Even when Mac was part of it, I said that's
Did
crap.
he write some of them songs with them?
I think he did. He's getting paid on a lot of them because he wrote the music to a lot of them, and a lot helped with the lyrics. But he's definitely got the guitar part. He put all the guitar to all their music in the end. So
you don't get paid for that, though.
But he was part of it, so they gave him writer's credit too, because he would help. He would get us so much of it on the newest songs they wrote. He was part of it.
Well, that's good.
They get a lot of streams and stuff, for that type of music.
He sent me a video that he did on, I don't know if it was Twanging Round. It was somebody else.
It was those Moonshiners, but Twanging Round was the Longbeard guys in the background, because they were part of.
Yeah.
They were there too. I think they were singing Twanging Round, singing.
Okay.
To that, and I think they're making music to that guy's new TV show. Whatever Moonshiner that guy is, I forget his name.
Well, it looked good, and he said he edited in some program called Tap Cut or something, and he was going on about how good it was, and I was like, I've been paying for this Adobe and using that cloud stuff, but right after I got off the phone with him, I had worked on some of those little shorts of me playing, and I had like three or four of them in a timeline that I had worked on the night before. I go open that son bitch up, and that shit is the vertical timeline is there, but all them edits aren't there. And I go back into the it's supposed to save the auto saves. There should be like 10 files in there from like the last hour. There was only one file in there,
Shit.
and I was like, and I had rendered a couple, and I thought they had a couple little flaws, and I was gonna fix them. Then I put them out anyway because I was like, fuck, I ain't gonna fix this shit. I gotta start over, and I was like, man, I need to cancel out some of that shit and try this other software because that damn Adobe, man, it's just really frustrating. And
I'm with you too.
anything in the cloud program is just, I've struggled with it the whole time.
I canceled some Adobe shit today that I've been paying for $50 a month. I thought I don't use that shit. It's kind of, well, it ain't the newest and best.
There's like now you can just touch the background and poof. You know what I mean? I mean that old Photoshop and shit in there, your damn hair falls
Yeah,
out.
that's what I say. It's kind of old school shit. But
I mean, it's what the designers for making shit, but they got so much. When you're dealing with the phone most of the time, these little phone things are just 10 times more efficient. Like it's like they got the thing. You're out there swimming. You're walking through the water, and there's all these people, and you just go like that, and the people are gone. You know what I mean? It's like
swipe them out.
yeah, it's like 2 seconds. Like Photoshop, you're over dicking it for 10 minutes.
So, hey, that's what I said. You got to learn AI. AI is great, but still somebody has to operate the AI. So
Yeah.
that's you see that all the time. People are like, if you're gonna make money, these are the programs you need to learn, and they're all AI, AI, and there's like 20 in that list, and it's supposed to be some kind of little program that shows you how to use all these new AI tools. Because it takes a lot to learn that shit of how to use it. Just a lot of time.
And that's one that I haven't.
If a man just needs a tutorial, go through it, play with, it, and then go back to that tutorial again, so that because that's just too hard to absorb without actually getting hands on. I don't have the patience for it. Stuff you do, I don't think the patience you have for this shit amazes me. I don't.
Well, it takes a lot to do this.
Years and years.
And with these AIs pumping a track out in 40 seconds, it's like, and that's what I was saying is that if you could get this thing to split this stuff out and say that you really looked at the lyric before you put it in there.
Yeah.
And you really
make sure it's all right.
You really tweaked it and had a good copy and paste with everything right.
That way you ain't got to try to reconfigure it. If it's exactly like you like it, like you should almost make it like you say, make sure you ain't got nothing wrong in it. Because you can't recreate it. So once you recreate one, it'll never sound the same.
Right.
And if you like that sound, you're going to have to go here to do it and do it live.
Well, and what I'm saying is that if you tweaked them like that and you could get those stems and get those vocals out, then that track in 2 hours could have some 2 or 3 parts on it.
We could be making albums in a week.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And I was thinking that same thing with some of your music. You got so many songs and stuff too. I was thinking, and I might talk to Mac. Mac's got a lot of good lyrics and a lot of good songs that you can build around. He's got hundreds of songs, and some of them are really good. I don't know why he won't. He's doing so much other stuff. But say with your Hank Cochran songs or whatever, it'd be something to tweak.
Plug them in the AI.
Plug it in there and just see what the new sound would be like. Put it in country rock or, a different country with some up tempo or whatever. So that was the idea I was thinking of trying some of your songs like that and say, hey, and then you already know them.
I mean,
from front to back.
That's why that I redid those songs and put those loops on there. And like, I don't know if you've heard that original Half the Answer, but it was just a slow country song.
Well, I heard it on the website. I didn't know if it was any different.
No, it's on there. It's on the end of the list. But anyway.
Yeah, you got it more than once on there.
Yeah. And I wouldn't mind doing that with some of them. I think that if people knew that I did that with Hank songs, they would probably not
Well,
like
like well, a lot of it's the music's already there for it, so it's not you're not. I don't know what you could do to change them. I don't know that it would do. You've
Well,
already
no,
got
there's a
good
lot of
samplers.
like some of these bluesy songs. I'd like to do a whole album of like bluesy type R&B songs, but I mean, it's it's moving along, and I think doing this process is interesting to
It's going to get you somewhere. That's
yeah.
what I like about like you don't really know where it's taking you. Like me doing that first song that I brought to you, and I was like, man, I'm not happy with this. This guy's just kind of quickly do it together for a little bit of money, and but it pushed me somewhere else, and then it pushed me somewhere. Then we ended up doing two of them, and then that second one, the third one was even better than the second and first. So that's what I think. I'm not ever disappointed when it don't turn out good. The first, I'm like, well, that lets me know I need to do something different. Because
Well, I think that from learning from this, that if you will look at lyrics and go, you know, try to match the phrases, the lines, the words, and think of those rules and go, okay, I don't have to abide by these rules, but let's try it.
yeah, do you want that?
If the first line is 6 syllables, the second line's five, and the first verse, let's try to make it the same in the second verse or within a syllable or something, so the melody could be the same. And so this and so that. So line two and line four is rhyming, 6 and 8 or whatever, or
There, and I'm sure if you googled the common pattern for writing a country music song, you could pull it straight up and say, this is the key to making a
well,
hit
the
country
best
song.
way to do it is like I did it when I was in college one time in Berkeley. Was man, you just go pull up the hit
Pull up a
song,
song.
pull up the hit songs, and look at and study that damn lyric sheet, and go rhyme, rhyme.
4 lines, 6 lines, 4 lines, six,
And, and sometimes I've seen a line where something didn't rhyme, but they had a double rhyme in the last line that made it all speak and come out right. To where that everything ain't got to be perfect, but there's got to be. If there's rhyme and reason, then it's more pleasant for people to
I don't
do.
know about you. I don't know if I write better when I'm high or when I'm clear headed. But I think when I'm high, I can reach out and grab stuff. I'm more laser focused when I'm stoned. And 99% of my music is written when I'm high because I can't hear anything else. I'm just sitting here focused and it's all coming to me. But if I'm straight, I'm just boring. You know what I mean? There's something that I don't know if you ever heard of it, and Dad used to talk about it. It's called the third eye or something, like your pineal gland or whatever. Like certain drugs will activate that and make you feel like an outer world experience. Certain drugs will do that to you. Well, weed kind of does that to me when I take those gummies because it makes my mind is just out there somewhere. I'm in fucking la la land, and I don't know if it does you that way. A lot of times
Depends on the gummies. I guess I might need to try what you're trying.
I need to make you some. I need to make you some cookies. Whatever it is about that butter, you take an ounce of high grade potent weed, and you make a butter, which I got a butter maker, and
You boil it.
well, it takes it to a certain temperature for 2 hours, and I can't remember if it churns it or whatever, but it draws all the THC out into the butter. Well, that butter you can make 50 badass cookies out of it, and one cookie that's it. You probably better take a half one. To be honest, a full one, you're gonna be about 4 or 5 hours of just like you everything, like your body, your arm, your legs, and your mind. Everything's just like in a buzz. But I hadn't made any of them in a while. But that's to me, that's the best buzz there is.
I like them kind of mild.
Yeah, I'll take a half of one. That way I'm not over.